What's up, Tyler and Keith?
Hello.
How you doing, boy?
Doing pretty good. Some good shit happening now. I mean, we're still stuck at home, but
yeah, definitely. I don't know. World's kind of a crazy place. This year's just been fucking wild for
everything.
For everything.
There's one thing after another. It's just it's just like they have to teach history when they're gonna get to like American history or world history, and they're gonna get to 2020. It's just gonna be like it's gonna be like strap in.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah, there's just so much that has happened this year. But there is also a lot happening in the world of video games. And we're going to talk about PlayStation 5. We have some predictions. PlayStation 5 event is real. It's finally happening June 4th at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to read really quickly because I think there's some things we can maybe get out of this statement that Sony posted. This is from Jim Ryan, who is just a stick in the mud, man. I don't know. He's always so like business to watch
he's
on stage. So I'm curious how much of a part he has in this.
And not the fun kind of business like Phil Spencer, who like makes business fun by wearing a fucking graphic tee and a blazer like everybody else.
Right. Look, I have no doubt that Jim he's a smart guy. There's a reason why he is where he is. But yeah, he's also the guy that said crossplay can never happen because we got to protect the children in Minecraft. So, okay. All right.
And now crossplay is a thing.
Yeah. Right. All right. So here we go. He said, in this blog post, which probably PR wrote this, but anyways. With each generation, from the first PlayStation to the PlayStation 4, we aim higher and we push the boundaries further to try to deliver better experiences for our community. This has been the mission of PlayStation brand for more than 25 years, a mission I've been part of since nearly the beginning. There are a few things as exciting as a console launch. While this road to launch has been a bit different, we are as thrilled as ever to bring you with us on this journey and redefine the future of video games. We've shared technical specs, shown you the DualSense controller, but what is a launch without games? That's why I'm excited to share that we will soon give you the first look at games you'll be playing after the PlayStation 5 launches this holiday. The games coming to PlayStation 5 represent the best in the industry, from innovative studios that span the globe, studios both large and small, those newer and those more established. The digital showcase will run for a bit more than an hour, which a lot longer than I thought they were going to do. And for the first time, we will be together virtually experiencing the excitement together. A lack of physical events has given us an opportunity to think differently and bring you with us on this journey, and hopefully closer than ever before. This is part of our series of PS5 updates, and rest assured, after next week's showcase, we will still have much to share with you. So, that to me, at least, makes it seem like this is going to be very, very heavily focused on games, which is great.
Yeah.
Which leads me to my first prediction. I don't think we're seeing the box. I don't think we're getting a price. I don't think we're getting a date.
Oh, that's fair. I didn't think so either. I still have like predictions on like all that stuff. I mean, I didn't think we were going to see the box anyway.
Yeah.
But okay, just to get this out of the way, just because why not? Even though it's probably not going to happen. What do you think? Like, not an exact date, because who the fuck knows? But like date, price. What do you think? Off top here, what do you think is going to happen?
I think this thing will absolutely be $500 at launch, and it'll probably be out November. First week or two. I could totally see it launching basically right around the time of PS4 launch, which I think that launched November 15th of 2013. Yeah. So I think that's when this will launch, and it'll be $500. There was that report that basically, I guess each console, when you put it all together, is apparently costing them about $470 to make. I think it was around there. Yeah. So $500 makes sense unless they want to sell it at a little bit of a loss or even more of a loss at 400 or something to really undercut Microsoft, but I doubt that. So
I was actually going a little bit the opposite because I thought that because maybe plans change. I was predicting maybe like the last week of October would be like just to really push it out soon. And I was thinking 550. Just because I think they'd be dumb to go to like 600 again because that worked so well for the PS3. But I don't know. I thought 550 would be where they would go at first to kind of still go underneath that. But then, because I mean, these fucking consoles are fucking powerful, so they're gonna So 500. I definitely agree. 500 is like, I mean, unless like they're gonna try to undercut Microsoft, which I don't know. I don't know if that gambit would pay off this time around. I know it paid off last time because there was all that bad PR around the Xbox One, but I don't know. There's a lot of good PR around Xbox right now, so I don't know if that would necessarily. I mean, granted, you would get the kind of like with the last gen, you get the edge on the price point, but like again, Microsoft has so much goodwill right now. Like, I think in general with games, but
yeah, they do. I think outside of that whole Inside Xbox that they did. Showing third-party stuff, third-party gameplay. Yes, there was some gameplay in there, but it's definitely not what they touted. So I think that was like the only real misstep there. But yeah, it's that's what's going to be so interesting about this console generation. It's like, and there's still time, and Sony could totally fall on their face too. But it seems like both of them are not going to be falling on their face, and the fact that Microsoft has kind of stockpiled a bunch of studios now, and that they understand the importance of exclusives on their system, and that they really need them because that's just probably the biggest area where Sony just completely blew them out of the water this past generation. Yeah. It's just going to be so fascinating with the launch. I just don't think we're going to see the box because. There's another interview that Jim Ryan did where it sounded like they're kind of still finalizing some things. Now, I would love it, and I think at this point, you almost have to show it. But I can see them doing something maybe in another month or so. And like, oh, here's the box. I don't know.
Just tweeting out a picture of it and being like, you wanted it, here it is, and then just being the whole thing. I mean, I could totally see Sony pulling that. You know what? It probably would work for them.
Yeah, you know what I mean, it could. So it just makes me think that this is going to be very much games focused and very much focused on games running on PlayStation 5 as well. So there's been a report that came out last week that every game from, I think it was July 13th onward, or anything recent, it basically Sony's demanding that it has to work on PlayStation 5 if you're launching on PlayStation 4 as well. And there's also parts of those rumors where like The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima will work on PlayStation 5 for sure. Even, I guess, if you buy the PS4 copy of it. So I can maybe see them talking about that sort of thing, but I don't think it would be a big emphasis of like, hey, The Last of Us Part 2 is going to be on PlayStation 5. I think it would be more wrapped around almost if Sony reveals some sort of backwards compatibility, some sort of smart delivery feature that Microsoft's been pushing a lot. I'm curious to see if Sony's going to have an answer to the whole smart delivery thing, because that's something that seems to be a pretty big deal for Microsoft. That you buy it on Xbox One, you'll have it on Series X if you pick up a Series X. Like you're building this library, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I think they almost have to have some form of answer to that, whether or not it's just backwards compatibility or something, or games just inherently work.
Yeah,
cross generation. Yeah, it just kind of almost has to, because I mean I think they're behind the ball on that sort of thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I think myself and a lot of people like things like PlayStation Now just don't interest me. Where I can just own the game on my Xbox and I can play it on whatever. I don't have to, buy a service and then potentially not use it. You know what I mean? I can just fucking So
Yeah, I know they changed PlayStation Now to offer PS4 games and you can download them, but you can't download PS3 games, I think. You still have to stream those, which is just kind of wild to me. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like hopefully with PlayStation 5, PlayStation Now is going to be a big part of it still, I can imagine. Hopefully that can change a little bit to where, if you have PlayStation Now and you own a PS5, you can get access to a library of PS4, PS3, PS5 titles, and you can download them natively. Because that's what's so great about Xbox Game Pass. You can download the games. You're not streaming them at all. So I'm curious if they'll talk about that. I feel like they're going to save services and things like that to kind of trickle those out, maybe, and be like, here's what PlayStation Now will be like on PlayStation 5. I'm not sure if they'll really talk about it here. I think it'll just be games.
I think it'll be like an offhand comment, if anything. They're not going to go in depth, but it'll be like, but you can also play, but you can play any of these games through PlayStation Now, and then end it at that. Be like, what? Or whatever. So. But
I am curious if they are going to address backwards compatibility at all. They've said it's going to be backwards compatible. They're going to have a lot of titles available, but they never really clarified if it's going to be day one. Like Microsoft just had that big thing earlier in this week where they said there's going to be thousands of games available on this console at launch just because of the nature of the backwards compatible. They're going a little bit more PC, like you always have your library with you.
Yeah.
Where Sony firmly believes in, a PlayStation 5 exclusive should run on PlayStation 5 and be built for PlayStation 5. So I'm curious if they even address backwards compatibility at all. But let's get into some video game predictions. Give me one.
Give you one. So I have 6 big ones. So maybe I'll throw out one big one and throw in a couple.
I got about 5 actual game predictions.
So all of these are so basically the crux of all my predictions are essentially that I feel like they're going to announce a lot of games that are coming out in this holiday season. Obviously, they kind of have to kind of promote the game, but I think they need because every time they've announced a console or even any big conference like this, you put that stinger out there that's like, oh yeah, and this will come eventually. Here's what's coming after a while, and so I'll do one of the third-party ones because why not? To me, okay, if you want to a third-party game that's coming to the PS5, and if who knows, maybe it could come out this year if it's if they manage to keep quiet enough about it. But a game series that has been heavily associated with Sony since for a while, it's been rumored for a while, like a new Batman game. Because Rocksteady supposed to have been working on a new Batman game. And I'm not saying again this is going to come out this year, but I'm saying with the tentpole games, boom in the future, and then be maybe not this one maybe this one couldn't stand by itself, but be boom, there's a new Batman Arkham game, and it's coming. Yeah. And it's getting the extra nice treatment on the exclusive stuff on the PlayStation 5 or something like that. You know what I mean? Like a teaser. I'm not saying gameplay. I'm saying most of these that I'm announcing are basically teasers, except with the exception of one, because I think one game maybe they could have been quiet about it this long and it could maybe come out. It's been long enough, I think, but yeah.
I didn't think of that. Warner Brothers Montreal, who did Batman Arkham Origins, has been kind of teasing some Batman stuff, but they've been super quiet. Rocksteady, we don't know what they're working on, but they've been working on something for fucking ever at this point. I would not be shocked if one of them gets revealed. I think that's a really good prediction at this point.
I'm gonna quick spoiler. That's basically what a lot of my predictions are, because I don't really. I mean, if I sat here and think about it, I could come up with some more predictions. I don't really know what games could come out now that we don't know about already. But a lot of mine are like 2021, 2022. Boom.
Yeah.
Here's some hot games.
Yeah, I got a couple of them as well for later on. I think you gotta show. To me, there's 3 areas. Obviously, you got to show this is going to be available at launch. This is going to be available in a launch window. Maybe a couple months afterwards, and then this is coming 2021, 2022, and just have that hype because I think it helped them, but it hurt them at the same time of just, and they're not going to do it here, but they kind of blew their load in like 2016, 2017, revealing so many exclusive games that we were waiting on forever. Now, I think it's good because there's something to always look forward to. There's hype, but then also, excuse me, like I think they revealed The Last of Us Part 2 way too early.
Oh, 100%.
It's kind of just been like, and I'm super hyped for that game. I cannot wait for it. That state of play was amazing, but I think I'm curious how far they go, but I think you got to show a couple things that are like down the road. So yeah. I'm going to predict a horror double whammy.
Ooh.
I think they will reveal officially Resident Evil 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that'll be out early next year because I think that January to March timeframe is like perfect for Resident Evil, and Resident Evil 8 has been rumored. It's apparently called Resident Evil Village. Apparently, first person again. I'm excited for that, and I think that's a great title to reveal. But then also, there's been a lot of rumors about Silent Hills. Silent Hills being remade, and I can see that happening. One of the producers of Silent Hills, I'm blanking on his name, like retweeted Sony's announcement on Twitter about this conference. So, how much can you read into that? I don't know, but I can really see it. There's been a lot of rumors. Silent Hills is also going to be in like Dead by Daylight, so obviously they're trying to make some sort of comeback with it. So I can see both of them, one or both of them getting revealed, and I'm excited. I don't think any of them are out this year though.
No, gotcha.
But I can see that happening. And I would be excited. I never played Silent Hills, but I could be down for it.
Silent Hill 2 is maybe one of the best. Yeah, Silent Hill 2 is probably maybe one of the best horror games I've ever played. Silent Hill is a really weird game series. Like, it's more abstract than fucking Resident Evil is like they're zombies. Silent Hill's like, we're gonna personify human suffering, and you're gonna play it in game form. And I'm like, another sort of. Now, this game, I'll go with this one just so we can get out there. I think this game could maybe come out soonish, maybe within the next... or I don't even know if this game could come out now, but I feel like it would be that they could pull a nice punch that it's going to come out soon. Because it was maybe the biggest new IP on the PS4. And that you get an announcement, a teaser of maybe a sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think this is the time, whether or not it comes out this year or not. I think this is the time to announce that because I think it's been. I mean, granted, if it was about 3 years between that and when they put out Killzone, Shadows Fall, right? Because Killzone was 4 years. Killzone came out in 2013, so maybe like right around now could be like it'd be a good a time to announce that because you need. Even though I have a couple of third-party games that are like big name drops, I think you got to have the big first-party exclusive. Now, the other two that I have are really out there and are probably not going to happen. But but I could imagine them. I'll save those for the end because they're just like they're not going to happen. But I would love it if they happen.
Yeah, Horizon 2 was one of my predictions. I would love if that. And I think that is a fucking no-brainer. That's going to be announced. I would love if it could be at launch. Having like Horizon 2 be the big Sony first party game going up against Halo Infinite. Oh my god. That would be so fucking awesome to see. But I honestly don't think they're going to get it out for launch. I think that'll be a spring 2021 game, kind of like a launch window sort of thing. But I think it's definitely going to be revealed. And I honestly can see them doing some sort of demo of that game too.
Ooh,
not just a trailer or a teaser or something. Another prediction for me, and I think this is kind of a no-brainer because usually these games are announced by now, but I think we're absolutely going to see Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War What an awful game.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be there. I think Call of Duty will once again be aligned with Sony in some way on PlayStation 5. I don't see them, going back to Xbox. I could also maybe see them not really. Sony wants to align themselves with Call of Duty. It's such a big brand, so I think we'll absolutely see that because typically those games are announced in like early May. The Call of Duty games. We have not heard of it yet. Now I know this one has had some trouble. I guess. Treyarch's apparently developing this, which it isn't Treyarch's year, but Sledgehammer and Raven were not doing a good job. So we'll see. But I think that one's absolutely going to be announced. One other one that I'll let you go because this one I don't know if it's as much of a no-brainer sort of thing, but yeah, why don't you give me one of yours?
I'm trying to think of which one because I have two more third-party ones that I think. I'll do the more concrete one because I have one that's vague. I actually have two predictions that are kind of vague, but the concrete one is another game that's been long rumored to be in development, but I think we do have confirmation that it exists, or there was reports, and that is, I don't think the series has ever been affiliated with Sony before, but I could maybe totally see it because I think we've been hearing about this game for like the last maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and they just ported the remasters or whatever to the Switch. So get ourselves a new BioShock game.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And have that again. Maybe launch window. Maybe not launched yet, but like launch window. I think that I forgot about that when I was thinking about what could PS5 games. I'm thinking, well, yeah, apparently people have seen a closed door thing about BioShock. I think I remember reading stuff about that. Maybe like E3 2017 or 18 or something, or maybe even Gamescom one of those years. So people were like there was like a behind closed door thing where they talked about or showed something from BioShock. Supposedly, I think I remember seeing something about that. So I'm like, yeah, BioShock's a big franchise that hasn't been a thing for 7 years now. So
yeah,
why not? And again, like I said, they're bringing the BioShock collection to the Switch, so maybe that's like a thing. They're like, let's bring it to the Switch because we're bringing it. They're bringing the new games or whatever. So,
yeah, I would love that. I love all three of the BioShock games, but especially the first one and Infinite are incredible. So I would love that. I think 2K like made a new studio for this franchise or whatever, like Cloud9, I think. It is. I know they've been cracking away for a while. I mean, I could see it maybe being revealed at least.
I think I'm like I said in the beginning, a lot of mine are probably games that they're going to reveal, but are not coming out soon.
Yeah. I think a first-party title that will be revealed is Gran Turismo 7. There was the whole thing of this, blanking on what it is, but they had a bunch of logos for upcoming racing games. Like they had F1 2020, Dirt 5. Another game I'm blanking on, and then Gran Turismo 7. That turned out Sony said it's fake, but I can see it being revealed. Gran Turismo is it's a really big franchise. It would be having a racing game at launch makes sense. Now the only thing I think Gran Turismo 7 is going to happen eventually. The only thing that I think could just shoot a hole through what I'm saying is that the time from Gran Turismo 6 to Sport, like they keep taking longer and longer to make a new Gran Turismo game. Polyphony Digital does, so maybe I'm wrong on that. That it won't be revealed this early. Mm-hmm. Sport came out in 2017. They've been supporting Sport with a lot of new content for a number of years. They had the whole Spec 2 version of it, but I don't know. I can see it happening. I mean, racing games are great to have at launch, and Microsoft's going to have Forza 8, like, no doubt.
I don't think, yeah.
So, we'll see. I could be totally wrong about that. At least the timing of it. So, what else you got?
One that I think could actually maybe come out would be Blood-Borne 2. if they're going to make another Blood-Borne game, I think that could be a game that comes. Didn't they tease another Blood-Borne? Wasn't that something they teased like a while back at E3? I thought they did. I thought
so last E3 From Software announced Elden Ring, which is the game they're making with George Railroad Martin.
Yeah, fair.
So they're probably very busy on that.
That's fair.
I would love Blood-Borne 2. I think it would. Blood-Borne 2 is going to happen eventually because everybody still loves Blood-Borne. So
yeah,
I don't know.
You're right. I forgot they're making Elden Ring with him.
It's possible though because I think there are multiple teams at From Software because the turnaround from Dark Souls 2 to Blood-Borne to Dark Souls 3 was like pretty quick.
A couple years. It was like just a couple years.
Yeah, and I think they put out almost one a year. So I think there are multiple teams, but I don't know. We'll see. I could see Elden Ring being showed for sure, and we haven't seen anything from Elden Ring in a while, but that was revealed on Microsoft stage. So I don't know if Microsoft's still trying to align themselves with From Software to get some, Microsoft's been trying to push more into Japan and getting Japanese games on Xbox, which that Inside Xbox had a couple of them on there, which is cool to see. So I don't know if they're still going to want to go with Elden Ring, but I could totally see it.
Yeah. I'll let you go, and then
let's see.
I'll blast out a couple of them.
I think that's it for me, honestly. I don't know what else. Like, if I could choose a sequel to a game to be revealed at least, but maybe not anything shown, I would just love official confirmation that God of War 2 is happening. I mean, no doubt they're going to make it. That game is so successful. I don't see that game being out this year. I don't see it being out next year. But man, if they at least just if they're like, we're going to reveal one first party game that's like down the road,
super far down the road, yeah,
it'd be God of War 2. Just that'd be such a punch in the face to Microsoft. I think.
I was going to say the same thing.
Going at each other, it'd be awesome.
I had that as one as well. I would also add in that I know it's so recent that like. That The Last of Us Part 2 came out, but if like they were like either there's a new idea from Naughty Dog or like that there's gonna be another Uncharted game and it's coming on PS5. The other big
there's rumors that Sony San Diego has a new team and has been making an Uncharted game. That's something that's been rumored, so maybe.
Also, the other one that I had for first party, at least, was whether or not it's. Well, I mean, there could be one of two games in my mind what they do, because I think they've done a good job revitalizing them both, and that is something from Insomniac. Either they announce the next Spider-Man game, or if they're ever going to actually do one, a new Ratchet and Clank.
That would be awesome
for PlayStation 5.
Yeah, or even like Resistance, just anything from Insomniac.
Ooh, Resistance would be awesome.
Would be sweet. Really would be.
I'm trying to think if there's any other even third-party games I think they'll talk about. I mean, it'd be cool if some of those like these games that kind of they've forgotten about get shown off. Like, I don't know if Skull and Bones is still a thing, or
yeah, I don't know.
Or if like maybe like Watch Dogs Legion could be a game that they show off. I forgot that's a game. There's a couple of like games like that I think could conceivably be shown off. The other one that I don't know, which would be my last third-party one that I thought maybe would be. It's gonna sound so. I really don't want to be this vague, but something from BioWare would be super interesting. I know BioWare usually does stuff with like Xbox, but like I don't know whether or not it's more of a teaser thing for the next Dragon Age, which they've only showed like a really short teaser for. The Game Awards, 2 years ago or whatever it was, or it's official confirmation of what the fuck they're doing to try to fix Anthem, and that they're bringing that game to PS5. Maybe, who knows? Or I mean, everybody's been clamoring for it, and everybody wants it. It never came on the PS4. Mass Effect, all three, the Mass Effect trilogy on PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that'd be like we haven't heard from them. I mean, for good reason because of Anthem, but like we haven't heard from BioWare in a while, so it's like
I could see any of those happening. I don't know about this event because EA's having their own thing.
That's also valid.
June 11th, but I could see any of those happening, and it's actually been rumored that Mass Effect Trilogy is happening as a remaster.
I mean, even if it comes out for, well, I guess this would be a PS5 specific, but even for the PS4,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just excited. I want to have a reason to go. Like, I want to get one of these machines. In Microsoft, I mean the power and everything in both these consoles is awesome. I mean that Unreal tech demo was sweet, but I want to see it in like an actual game. And to go, this is why you have to upgrade. And
also like, because also like Microsoft's doing their thing in July.
Yep,
they're showing off first party games in July, so I mean we'll get like Halo and whatever the fuck else. We'll see.
Yeah, Hellblade 2 probably.
Do you think Hellblade 2 will be just an Xbox exclusive, or do you think they'll try to keep it with the? No, that's fair. Or do you think they'd honor it since it came out on? The first one came out on PS4, and maybe like eventually it comes out on PS4.
Maybe. I mean, Microsoft's crazy enough, but I think at least for a while, it's definitely gonna just be on Xbox and PC. So,
that's fair.
Yeah, that's it. I'm excited. June 4th, we'll see.
Woo!
Maybe we'll be talking about what actually happened.
Week.
So, let us know your predictions. Thanks for watching. See you.